Hey, welcome back to lesson number 20, BiOptimizers, Healing Health and High Performance, your complete guide to biological optimization. And today we're going to talk about training, specifically metabolic training. And metabolic training, a lot of people are asking me, Wade, what type of training do we need to do? What's the best type of training? I don't have a lot of time. I want a lot of effect. What's the best way to go? And that really comes down to what we call metabolic training. So, what does that mean? Well, first and foremost, recognize your metabolism, or what does metabolic come from? Your metabolism. Your metabolism is the amount of energy that you burn on a daily basis, okay? So, if you add exercise into the mix, it'll burn a certain amount of calories. And so, what's interesting is you'll look at cardio or you'll look at anaerobic training. And there's two aspects to metabolic training. One is the type of training that you're doing, but it's how much fat burning goes on after the workout, not just during. So one of the big mistakes that I think a lot of people have made, and I know I made it in the past, is that they count only the calories burnt during the workout. When you get into metabolic training, the effects have, long-term applications far after you're completed with the exercise. And what I mean by this, so let's say you go and do a regular cardio session, right? Which is, as we learned in an earlier lesson, that's an aerobic session. Okay, so you go to aerobic. Now, that means with oxygen, you go out for a run, you go for a bike, and maybe 20, 30 minutes after, that's it, the fat burning starts. Then if you look at anaerobic training, okay, so we go to anaerobic training, okay, like it would be like weight training or sprinting, right? So let's say weight training, one of the things that I like to do. What'll happen is it's a lot higher intensity, shorter duration generally, and it picks up your metabolism. So, you got maybe 20 minutes to an hour that you stay in the fat burning zone. This you could stay up to maybe 8 to 12 hours in the fat burning zone. Metabolic training, okay, this type of training is oftentimes a combination of both cardio and anaerobic. So you see some of the popular programs out there like high intensity training, HIIT training, TRX, that's another great style of training. But I learned this kind of metabolic training from my coach way back in the day called Scott Abel. And I remember when he put me through my first metabolic type workout. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, first and foremost, I had a high level of muscularity and I was doing my regular cardio. But when I came in and did one of these programs, I was just flat out wiped. But after doing them for, 2, 3, 4 weeks, what I found is I was really able to build up my systems. And of course, now with the popularity of competitive sports like UFC, where you have to be good in so many different areas, metabolic training is kind of came into the mainstream because a lot of their style of training is, you're doing, a strength thing, you're doing a speed thing, you're doing a balance thing, right? You're doing all of these different aspects that tax your nervous system. Okay, that's what you do. And the beauty of taxing your nervous system, number one, it creates neurological adaptation. In other words, you get quicker, faster, more efficient. You get better proprioception. The other thing is with a lot of metabolic training, you can use a lot of body part stuff, like body weight stuff, or even light dumbbells or bands inside of that. That makes it a lot quicker. It's also very mentally engaging. That's one of the big aspects. In other words, maybe you're one of these people that go, oh my God, I got a trainer and I go to the gym and I'm so bored. I'm do a set, wait a little, or I'm mindless cardio on that. With metabolic training, you're so mentally engaged. You're going from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, to, one thing, body part here, body part there, proprioception here. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy. And oftentimes you can get a great workout in 20 to 30 minutes. And even people that get up to the 45 to an hour, which I would say is a fairly high level physicality, if you're going beyond an hour in these type of trainings, oftentimes you're considered what I would say an elite trainee or elite athlete. And that's fine. But for the most people, a 20 to 30 minute session at a metabolic training, not only is it mentally engaging, it's vigorous, and you'll keep burning effects oftentimes 24 hours plus. So sometimes, I know people that are on our programs that are only doing 20 to 30-minute sessions 3 times a week. Very, very quick, fast, and effective. And if you combine that with some of the dietary recommends, you can produce extraordinary results. The other thing, you get a really big boost in endorphins, the feel-good hormones. And what's great about that starts anchoring and making exercise. So if you're one of those people that maybe struggles with exercise or don't like going to the gym or don't like doing these things, I would encourage you to give metabolic training a try and refer to our site, BiOptimizers. We've got some people that we refer you to that have some great metabolic programs that I think you're going to love, and you can totally change your feeling about your fitness, and number one, accelerate your results in a short period of time. So give metabolic training a try, and we'll see you on the next lesson.